Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Short Play, a series of quick tours of games I like on a variety of platforms, new and old. Today's game is TimeSplitters 2, which I know a few people have been asking to see in the comments, so here it is. This was a 2002 release for PlayStation 2, Xbox and GameCube, developed by Free Radical Design once again, and published by Eidos Interactive. It's a follow-up to the PlayStation 2 launch title that took on board many of the criticisms that people had of that game, most notably the complete lack of story in the first game's story mode. It was developed over the course of 23 months, with apparently over half of that time going into creation of the opening level. The game is a deliberate homage to Rare's Nintendo 64 work, and particularly GoldenEye, as you'll see in the opening level, which we'll play today. But then there's also things about the game structure, its use of cheats based on time limits to tweak gameplay and all that sort of thing that's in there as well. This is one of those games that's been universally praised over the years and long regarded as the strongest instalment in the series. Your personal mileage may vary on that, but it's certainly one of my favourites. I like all the TimeSplitters games, but I think this one might be my favourite. I'm not sure. I haven't played Future Perfect for a while, but we'll see. Fans are obviously super keen for a remake, or at the very least a re-release of this game, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Which is a bit of a shame, because recently players discovered an Easter egg in the RPG Spellforce 3 that appeared to be the box for a TimeSplitters 2 remake. But current rights holders of the TimeSplitters franchise and publisher of Spellforce 3, THQ Nordic, were quick to claim that it was nothing more than an Easter egg and that the vendor in question was not known for telling the truth. So, bit of a bummer, bit of a mean Easter egg as well. But there you go. We can still play the original version. So, let's go play TimeSplitters 2. Okay, here we are with TimeSplitters 2. This is the PlayStation 2 version we're playing. Also available on original Xbox and GameCube. But for me, TimeSplitters will always be a PlayStation series because they helped launch the PS2. Right, this is one of my favourite games on the PS2. Well, from this generation really, I guess you'd say, because I think we used to play it a fair bit on the Xbox back in the day. That was the easiest way to get 4-player action going. The save game I've got on here, I've not made a huge amount of progress on it because, like with the original TimeSplitters that I covered a little while back, I sort of decided to have a fresh start and remind myself of all the stuff that you could unlock in this game. So we're going to take a look at the various different parts of this game today, have a quick look at each. One thing I remembered that I forgot to even mention in my look at the original TimeSplitters is the presence of the Mapmaker. Which is present and correct in TimeSplitters 2 as well, just as easy and fun to use. So we'll take a quick look at that at one point as well. But to begin with, let's go for the story mode. And I mentioned in the intro that this game pays deliberate homage to GoldenEye in particular, and a bit of Perfect Dark as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play for this first level, which apparently took up about half of the entire development time for this project. Getting this just right, because this is a wonderful homage to the first level of GoldenEye as well. If you're familiar with GoldenEye, you'll see exactly what I mean pretty much as soon as we start playing. So, view briefing. A secret research facility under a Siberian dam has unearthed preserved organic specimens which are over 10,000 years old. Following a number of mysterious accidents, the original scientific team has left the site and a Russian military garrison has been assigned to the excavation project. Intelligence has revealed that the military's attempts to develop biological weaponry from the finds have had dreadful results. They must not be allowed to continue this research. Although biohazard cleanup forces are on their way, there is an opportunity to investigate the base and destroy the samples and research records before they arrive. The base is currently under lockdown, the perimeter guards are jumpy and the automated security system has been engaged. Avoid the cameras. If necessary, they can be switched off or destroyed. Cutting off the communications uplink should buy some time to explore the base more fully. Alright, so let's do this. Now, like in GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, in this game, the difficulty levels are more than just how hard it is. They actually give you additional objectives on the harder levels as well. It's been a little while since I played this, so I'm just going to put this on normal for now and see how we get on. But under most circumstances, if you put it on a harder difficulty, you'll often have more things to do in the level. And in some cases, the level is actually bigger. So there's more to explore. Which is always something I thought was really cool about GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Right. So this is a big change from the original TimeSplitters. We've got some actual story cutscenes now.
Shh, shh, shh. We shouldn't be in the research center without security clearance. I'm telling you, I heard gunshots. They're killers if they find out. Come on, coward.
It's the whole style of this game is great. It's the facial expressions and the animations on these characters is just wonderful.
Nikolai, the lights. Stupid torch. Does nothing in this army work.
And I think that's one of the reasons that this game has aged so well. It's because of that heavily stylized presentation.
Control, come in. Stupid radio.
There's a whole sort of quantum leap thing going on in this one where you inhabit the bodies of different characters.
It's all down to me now.
So here, a little cutscene, and then into the game proper after a short loading break. Didn't have those on the N64, did we? Unless you were playing Shadow Man. This scene here, this is one of the best homages to GoldenEye I've seen, because this is almost exactly how the first level in GoldenEye started. Right down for this sort of panning camera, looking around where you start. The fact it's on a Siberian dam. And then gradually, eventually, panning around to your character and ultimately zooming in through their head to give you control. Isn't that wonderful? Right, what have we got to play with here? We've got a sniper rifle and a pistol. Gonna remember what the controls are. Right, so that's crouch, that's aim. And triangle to reload. So starting this mission off stealthy is normally a good idea. You can go in all guns blazing afterwards. Again, it's very much like GoldenEye and Perfect Dark in that regard. You can sort of approach the various missions how you see fit, really. There's a camera down. Pew! So let's just check our objectives. So deactivate the communications disk, investigate the secret digging site, retrieve the time crystal, and access the top of the dam. And the secondary objective is to burn all evidence in the filing cabinets. So here is one of the filing cabinets. We need some means of setting fire to that. And I don't believe just shooting it with a gun is enough in this case. Oops. If I remember rightly, the alarms in this sort of cause more enemies to spawn for as long as the alarm's going off. So if you can make the alarm stop going off, then you'll be in a much better position. Right, what have we got in here? Oh, this is the cameras. So that'll give you an idea of what cameras are in the area. and whether there's any more you need to look into taking out. So the communications array is up there on the top. So we need something that we can blow that up with. Sniper ammo is not going to cut it. What about if we go up here? That opens the gates, I think. So you can hopefully see already that this is a much more interesting and complex game than the original TimeSplitters, just because it's designed to be less straightforward run and gun through the levels and more intricately designed. Which was very widely praised at the time of original release, as you might imagine. As I said when I covered the original TimeSplitters, I'm actually rather fond of how TimeSplitters 1 does things now. Oh, can't be accurate. But it's one of those cases where... oh, I do have some mines. Okay. It's one of those cases where... at the time TimeSplitters 1 came out, people thought, well, we can do better than that. Gaming can do better than this. Are these timed mines? I think they are, aren't they? There we go. And we should also be able to take down the communications array with this. Right, I think that's everything we need to do in this first area. We can then head down into these tunnels. And try and call the lift, but there's no power. So we have dynamic objectives. How about that? Should have ducked under that. Oops. Oh dear, that's terrible aim going on there. Auto aim not quite as generous as the original, I guess. Oh, that's the camera. I think there's a touch of Metal Gear Solid homage going on in this level as well, with the way some of the guards are dressed. And just the overall look of it, the sort of colour palette of it is very MGS1. Alright, I see a bad man in there. Still no power for that lift, so we need to head through here. Could do with a weapon a little bit better than this pistol. So one thing with this silenced pistol, it didn't fire very quickly. Soviet S-47, that's more like it. Alright, what is going on in here? Got some ammo and some body armor. And a switch. This is how we get the power back on, if I remember correctly.
Steam pressure at 33%.
Oh no, we just have to get the steam pressure down to 0 so we can get past that steam at the end of the corridor.
Steam pressure at 0%.
That cool little picture-in-picture window there. Alright, there's the stairs down. This is sort of the other side of the dam, I think. So we now head down here. Ow! It's a video game, so all barrels explode. Refresh that body armor. And sneaky, sneaky, shirty, shirty. Okay, so there's power for that bit there. Well, there is a camera there. Who dared shoot at me? Is it you, sniper boy? Yeah. This is one of those games where I can remember the most random things. It's like, yes, there's clearly a sniper over there, miles away, where you can't actually see him. Uh-oh. Need to be a little bit more careful about those cameras. Okay, that means we're getting closer to the end of the level, so we maybe don't want to go in there just yet. Deal with this alarm first. Could use some more ammo for the Soviet. There we go. Hey! Stop right there. Now, somewhere around here, if I remember correctly. Oh, I've probably already got it, haven't I? Yeah, there's a game cartridge on one of these shelves. There it is. And when you pick that up, that means you can bring up your handy little time scanner here, and if you hit the reload button, you can play games on it, such as Anaconda, which is a wonderful game. It's Snake, but with rotational controls and moving things to eat. This is such a good game in multiplayer. It's like, I vividly remember playing this in 4-player mode for literally hours at a time at university. And this piece of music that plays along with it is still something that we sing at each other today. One of the catchiest, greatest pieces of video game music ever written. Courtesy of dear old Graham Norgate. And I believe all the TimeSplitters soundtracks can be found on Bandcamp, so you can just stream them and listen to them for free if you want to, and they're well worth listening to because they are great. As they evoke this wonderful sense of nostalgia, not just for TimeSplitters, but for the N64 as well. So there's the distinct impression that Graham Norgate made a particular effort to make these games sound like Perfect Dark and GoldenEye as well as look like them and play like them. So yeah, you can see how messy this game gets in single player. You can imagine the ridiculous happenings that would go on in 4-player. Oh, game over. Alrighty. Enough of that. I could literally play that all day, but I won't for now. Maybe after we're done recording here. Right, anyway. I'm just supposed to be burning stuff in filing cabinets. I haven't actually found any more filing cabinets than I think. Unless I just haven't been being particularly observant. I seem to remember there's quite a few in this complex. Such as one right there. Shower room, nothing much going on in there. That's where we came from. Thought we could go through there, maybe not. Like I say, as it has been a little while since I played this game specifically. Oh, there's 2 more filing cabinets there. Take out a watermelon in the process. Did I not get one of them? Yeah, apparently not. Maybe opening the drawer is what you need to do there. That's better. Right. There was another one lying around then that I don't think I got properly. Or was it this one? Oh, there's some body armor there as well. Marvellous. Much better. Right. One more filing cabinet somewhere. That seems more reasonable. Oh yeah, checkpoints in this game as well, which were not in the first TimeSplitters. Which is a good thing, because the levels are much bigger in this. Ow! Ow! Knock it off. Who is shooting at me? We need to get in here, I believe. Ow, 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 ouch! Okay, so gun turrets in the ceiling. Let's do something about those, shall we? Much better. Security door. System disk required. That's how you get the power back on, I think. Now, where is that last filing cabinet? Bulletproof glass. Oh, I forgot you could do this. And then switch it off. So you can pass through nice and safely. Oh, can't go in there. Alright, fair enough. Ah, there we go. I was about to say, things get a bit scary in here if I remember rightly. Suboptimal weaponry. Ooh, even more suboptimal weaponry. Uh-oh.
Bodies detected.
Zombies! And like in the original TimeSplitters, you have to shoot the heads off zombies in order to defeat them permanently.
No foreign bodies detected. Releasing lockdown.
Alright, do you still need that last filing cabinet? To be somewhere, because this is down towards the end of the level here, and I don't think it's here. Don't want to take the time crystal yet, because that's what make the sea TimeSplitters appear. Let's go back and have a little look around. I suspect I missed one, probably in that sort of the surface level complex area around here. So, were there any more doors we can go through around here? Perhaps there weren't. Well, we don't have to do that objective, but I'm sure we will run across it at some point, hopefully. In here, is it? Doesn't look that way. Pretty sure it's not in here because this is just showers. We've got the one in here already. Yep, definitely done that one. Let's see if we can go through here. I guess not. We got both of those. We got the one at the beginning because we definitely got a pop-up saying that we got that one. So it must be among all this stuff then. So that's progress that way. Right, so that's restored power, but I think it may have caused all hell to break loose in the meantime. Yes. Because zombies! Alright, let's have another check in here. Oh, we can get in here now. Maybe it's in one of these. Not in there. Pretty sure it wasn't through here, but we'll have another check just in case. Not in any of the corners of this room. Or in the room in the middle. Oh well, sod it for now. Not important. I'm here to show you this game, not to run around looking for secrets. Secrets. Secondary objectives. Not in there either. Alright, so we need to fight off the brain-eaten zombie bastards and blow up the container. There it goes. Actually, that didn't do anything at all, did it? There we go. Much better.
Attention! Attention! Biological containment has failed in the research facility.
So now we've got the...
Deployed. All unidentified personnel will be eliminated.
So we're now going to have to fend off both Special Forces and TimeSplitters. Which will be fun, especially because I'm out of ammunition. Flamethrower. Ow, ow, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. Please stop being on fire. Is that bullets? Am I still on fire? I think I'm still on fire, aren't I? That's nice. I am going to die. Oh, and I dropped my Anaconda cartridge as well. Anyway, you get the idea. So that's enough of story mode for now. So, the other stuff we have in this game then. Once we load back to the main menu, which I thought we already had done. Okay, so we have the arcade mode, which as before is the multiplayer mode, which you can play split screen, or you can also play with networked PS2s in this one as well, or System Link with Xbox, or can't remember if there's a way you could do that on the GameCube version. Arcade Custom is basically the old multiplayer mode, so you can customize that however you want. Different modes, different maps, different levels. Arcade League is a single player mode that's sort of completely story free and focused on playing various types of matches and basically just proving your worth. So you can see here, you select one of these types of matches. So let's start with this first one, which I've already done. I've already got a trophy for it. You can see everyone was enjoying a siesta at the mission until that dirty dog Hector Barboso decided to liven things up. Now everyone's at each other's throats. Make 10 kills within 10 minutes for a trophy. So I think, yeah, you're restricted on the character you can play as in this, just like in the challenge modes in the first TimeSplitters. So these are basically a twist on the challenge modes, and what they've done in this is that Arcade League are relatively straightforward and sensible things that are based on the standard game modes, whereas the challenge modes in this are a lot more ridiculous and tend to be things that you otherwise wouldn't be able to do with the standard multiplayer game mechanics. You'll see when we get onto them. There's some help, really. And probably just getting out of this starting area would be good too. Oh, a lovely open area in which to get shot. Everyone's hanging out over there, though. Oh no, we've got someone over there. Die! Up to 9 points. There we are, done. 10 kills in 1 minute 49 seconds, so that's enough for the gold medal. So there you can refer to the actual requirements if you didn't quite meet them, and then check how things went. So Arcade League, basically, it's a good chance to learn how the various different game modes work, because over the course of all the different challenges in that mode, you get a chance to try out lots of different types of games. So like if we have a look at It's a Blast here, so the first one here is the Leech mode. It is night shift at the factory and the machinist is having a nap. Time to play. Inject some enthusiasm into the other workers before he wakes up. Your health is replenished by damage inflicted, so keep up a good hit rate to stay alive. So for the gold medal, we need a first place and 25 kills. And for the bronze medal, we just need first. So this one basically get a health back for shooting people. Oh, it's rocket launchers as well. Okay. No. And I think the rocket launchers might actually be the only weapons on this stage. Oh, hello. Took it off the ground. Ouch! sound effects in this game are just so good. Just like the sound of clanging metal and stuff as this match is progressing is just a delight. Ow! Right, I'm in first place, which is something. Ow! It's not going to be something if I keep shooting myself. Oh, I do love this game. I do love it so very much. It really is just such a wonderful example of what gaming in this era was all about. And while I would love to see the TimeSplitters series resurrected in some way, I also worry a bit that it would end up being sort of another microtransaction and DLC fest if someone tried to release it today. Look at a tiny robot. Ooh, homing launcher here. And so part of me just wants to say, well, keep the memory of TimeSplitters pure and don't mess it up. On the other hand, it's just such a wonderful series of games. It would be great to have them resurrected and be able to play them online with friends and that sort of thing. I would only play them online with friends, though. Because the appeal of playing this multiplayer was always trash talking with your friends in the same room. And while I know a lot of trash talking goes on online, for me, if it's with strangers, it just doesn't have quite the same appeal to it. Because the thing about trash talking with your friends when you play multiplayer games is that addressing people in that sort of way is part of developing a personal relationship with each other. I mean, it obviously varies from culture to culture, but certainly in British culture, there's a big part of friendship which involves knowing exactly what sort of bullshit you can get away with when you're talking to someone else. Exactly how much you can insult your friends without crossing a line, and with everyone just having a good time in the process. You stole my kill, you fucker! Oh, come on, just one more. One more kill. 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 I got it! I can't believe I got that! Gold medal for me. Beautifully done. And caught on video. Wonderful. It's times like that makes it all worth it doing this video stuff. Right, so that is Arcade League mode. You get the idea of that. And you get to do all sorts of different stuff, and you unlock other stuff based on the trophies that you pick up as well. So, yeah, do that. Then we have the challenge mode, which gives you a series of different things to do that gradually expand over time. So we'll start with Glass Smash. First one, pain in the neck. Those Russian soldiers aren't that bright. Today's military training involves breaking all the glass in a Siberian compound. Nikolai managed this in 1 minute flat. Beat his time or you'll be the laughing stock of the barracks for weeks. So this one, you're not trying to score points by fighting anything. You're just smashing all of the windows as quickly as you can. I remember this actually being surprisingly difficult. I haven't got any bullets. Oh, you got to do it with grenades, that's why. Okay. Yes, that's why it was surprisingly difficult. And yes, the windows and the doors count. Right, 8 panes left somewhere. Done those ones, I think, haven't I? Six more to go. Oh no. Failure! Let's try again. Yes, yes, yes. I remember this being quite tricky now. And you. Where are the rest of them? Oh, I killed myself. One more try. But you can hopefully see the genius of this game now, which is in how varied the experience is. Because you've got that great GoldenEye style story mode, and then you've got nonsense like this, and you've got the multiplayer mode, which you can also play in single player. You've got all those trophies to get, you've got cheats to unlock. Just a magnificent game all round, really. What have I missed? That one there. Where? Yeah, done. Okay, bronze medal. I'm going to take that for now because otherwise these challenges are the sort of thing that you'll spend an entire evening just repeatedly playing the same one over and over again to try and get the best times, and nobody needs to see that. Right. Last of all then, let's take a quick look at the Mapmaker. Do I have any maps on here? No, just some sample ones. Okay, so we'll edit, create new map. And the nice thing about the Mapmaker in TimeSplitters is that it's very, very easy to use. It's obviously nowhere near as flexible as a map editor for like a PC game or something like that, but insufficient space on memory card. Continue. That's fine. I'll just show you how it works. And we're going to advanced mode. So you start with your grid here, and then you select a tile. So these are all the different sort of types of tile that you can choose, and there's various different pages of them. So there's a huge room there, right down to tiny corridor like that. And you'll see that you've got corner pieces, you've got junctions, you've got rooms with various exits. So if we start off with let's start with this core. This is like a big multi-level room with lots of different exits. So plop that down in the middle like that. And then we select another tile. We'll get one of these single corridors coming off here. Now you can actually then copy that and keep pasting that if you want to make lots of copies of the same thing. So we'll then have a we'll then have a corner piece. You rotate that like that so it goes around the corner. And And then go back to our original corridor piece. Rotate that, put that there. Put in another corner piece. And we'll just extend this round so that it eventually meets up with the other one. There we go. So there's a start. So you can then go into item to choose where you want to put things. So start points, guns, ammo, power-ups, teleports, and various multiplayer elements. So we'll have a start position just there. We will have this area set light. How do we change the light there? Reset light. Oh, select light. There we go. Okay, so let's have sort of red pulsing light in a medium rate, and that gives you a preview of what that light is going to be doing there. So, okay, so that's selected, and then we can basically paint that light onto various sections. So if we then want to change that to, say, yellow light, and have that pulsing here at a slightly different frequency. You can see it's obviously a little bit clunky to do all this with the gamepad, but there's a lot of flexibility you can do with this. So you can hopefully see what effect I'm going for here. And we're creating all that with this interval control, which is that big circle. And again, I think you can copy and paste lights as well if you want to. So if you've got a whole range of areas that you want to sort of cover in the same kind of light, you can do. Oops. Okay. Story enemy. So yeah, you can make story mode stages in this as well. Game logic. Can't remember what this does. Let's have a look. Show triggers. Game started. Right. So you can. Yeah. So you can actually do some quite complex stuff with this one. You can put down enemies and you can make things happen based on things that you've done in the level. So you can actually basically create whole new story mode levels in this, which is really cool. Story enemies, game logic, tile. How do we just test it? Menu, start. Preview map. Mapmaker Preview. So what Mapmaker Preview does is that then puts you down in the level with sort of no enemies or anything like that. And you just spawn at the start location. And you can then just wander around and test out things like your lighting. And the stuff that you put in there. So you can see that the tiles are actually quite intelligent. So you remember that core tile I put down had lots of different exits. But because I've only used 2 of them, the others are blocked off. So you can't even see them. You can't even see that there's potential exits there. Which is really neat. And so from there, you can just sort of let your creativity run absolutely rampant, basically. You can easily fill up a memory card with TimeSplitters maps, so do be wary of that. This is one reason why the Xbox version is quite a good one to go for, because you've got the hard drive there. And you don't really have to worry about using like 800k for each map or whatever it said it was. But yeah, anyway, I won't go into any more detail on that for the minute, because that's obviously something that you can talk about in a whole lot of detail just by itself. But the inclusion of that right from the very beginning of the TimeSplitters franchise was amazing, because there had been map editors for first-person shooters, things like Wolfenstein 3D and Duke Nukem 3D and Quake and all that sort of thing, but they'd historically been a PC-only thing. And for that side of gaming culture to come to consoles was really remarkable, and we've never really seen anything quite like it since. I think it was Doom from 2016 had that snap map thing or whatever it did, which was supposed to be a similar sort of idea to this, but nothing has ever quite caught on in the same way as this has. And so, yeah, I'd love to see that make a return. There have been various attempts to kind of resurrect the intent of this, if you like. Ubisoft's Shoot Mania, which was a short-lived but rather fun multiplayer online shooter, was one such attempt. But yeah, nothing has quite managed to capture the imagination in the same way as TimeSplitters has over the years. So I think that's a good place to leave it off now. I've shown you all the major parts of this game, but trust me, there is so much stuff to do in this game. There are so many story levels, there are so many arcade league levels, there are so many challenge levels to do. It is ridiculous. You could quite feasibly play this game for months and not see everything. So if you're interested in a retro game that will keep you busy for a long time, this is definitely one you should have in your collection. I highly, 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 highly recommend it. Just for now then, I'll just say, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.